Okay, so welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. I'm super excited about this week, honestly. So it is the last week of June, and I haven't read any of the cool Pride books that I wanted to read. We need to see which book won, because obviously for my TBR for this month, I asked you guys what book I should read that, you know, would embody Pride Month, and I said to like whichever one you were going to suggest, and we're gonna look right now to see which one won so that we can go and buy it. So obviously I've been reading The Poppy War, but I'm on page 323 right now. So I'm over the halfway point and I'm really enjoying it, and I just want to finish this. Yeah. And then I have to read Carry On by Rainbow Rowell and They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I'm really excited about both of these. I just feel like I've been reading so much fantasy, and I've been in a fantasy mood, to be quite honest. I think that like having this little contemporary break where I just binge contemporary is gonna be so good for me, just because it's easier. I don't know, it's easier to understand the world and everything. And I do know that Carry On isn't contemporary, but it's written by a contemporary author, so I'm assuming it's gonna read like one. Let's go to the video right now and see which one won. I'm pretty sure I know which one won. So, yep, I was pretty sure. So with 332 likes, we have Red, White, and Royal Blue. Aristotle and Dante, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens, Gentleman's Guide. I actually have read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, guys. I read it in January, and I loved it. Oh, there's another one for Aristotle and Dante. Oh, and there's another one for Red, White, and Royal Blue. Okay, I was definitely pretty sure that Red, White, and Royal Blue would win, so I'm not that surprised. So let's go to Amazon. And it actually works out perfectly because I know that Chloe and Spence's book club, the Books with Friends, they're reading Red, White, and Royal Blue for this month, and I think the live show's on Saturday, so maybe I'll be able to join in if I'm not working. There you are. Perfect. I heard the audiobook has not the best narration, so I'm definitely just going to be reading it physically. Yay. Oh, I have some stuff in my cart. Let's all see what I was gonna buy. So I'm buying, I'm buying this marble adhesive because I have been wanting to make a marble background for my Bookstagram pictures, so I decided to do it like this, and we'll see how that goes. And then I'm getting the book and some socks because I always need socks, you know? Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, and that's that. Honestly, I'm really excited for this week. I have a really cool interview tomorrow, so I'm really hoping I get that job because, as you guys know, I've just been not enjoying my current job right now. So I'm hoping for the best for tomorrow. So hopefully I'll just be able to get a ton of reading done, just relax, have some time to like chill out. I really want to film a video. I think I'm gonna try and concentrate on Poppy War and get some of that done, but if it's just not working for me, I'm thinking They Both Die at the End. And obviously I'm still listening to A Reaper at the Gates. I got a little farther into it. So I'm on page 100 now, which is really cool. I'm enjoying the audiobook a ton, so at least there's that. That's kind of it. That's all I really have to talk about. I'm really, really excited about that marble contact paper that I'm getting, because I've been really wanting to create a theme for my Bookstagram, and I just don't have anything to use for it. I was so stuck between what I wanted to do for the longest time, and then I decided like I really kind of wanted like a marble background, and I can't find any just like paper of marble, like a poster paper or something. And I was debating getting maybe a blanket that had the marble print on it, or maybe a tapestry, but then I looked up marble paper and contact paper showed up, and it's all glossy and it's supposed to look like real marble because it's for counters and things like that. So I might have to go to IKEA and get maybe like another desk thing. I'm gonna let you guys go and hopefully get some stuff done. Yeah. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday! So I actually just got back from an interview, which I was really, really excited about. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm really nervous that I'm just gonna jinx it, but I feel like it went really, really well. Like, it just felt really right. The whole conversation felt really right. Like, it flowed very well for me. I was nothing but myself, and like looking back on the conversation, the things that I said, I don't normally talk about those kinds of things in interviews, but it's not giving me anxiety. I feel like those were the right things to say in that moment, and I don't know, it was just like, I feel like it went really well, and I walked out of it feeling like this is right, this is where I was meant to be, like this is what I was supposed to be doing. I don't know, blowing this up to be like a huge thing. This isn't like a job that's gonna be like the rest of my life. I mean, I guess it could be, but like this isn't like an adult, big kid degree kind of job, but it's just something that I've wanted for a really, really long time. So getting the opportunity to interview and like feeling like it went so well is just overwhelming for me, because I feel like I've been in such a stuck place with my current job, and it's just so nice to feel like inspired again to work. I feel like such a nerd right now. Okay, let's not talk about it anymore, because I'm literally gonna just keep gushing and then you guys are gonna be like, so yeah, my plans for today, my mom actually wants to go shopping because I told her that Topshop, it's closing, and I actually just went to the sale like a few days ago and got a whole bunch of pants because I love Topshop pants, but there isn't that much left. So my mom wanted to go with me to there, and so we're gonna go shopping later when she's off from work. In the meantime, I think I want to film a video. I did just get my fairy loot in the mail, so I don't know if I want to keep like the good vibes rolling and like open up this fairy loot, because I feel like I'm really gonna love it. It's broody banter and I'm all for some broody banter. So I might keep the good vibes rolling and make that video. Either way, I do need to film a video today. There's so much to film and so few days that I post. I've been listening to A Reaper at the Gates, and I think I'm at about the halfway point. Oh yeah, I'm at 51% of the way through the book. I'm really, really enjoying it. I read some more of the Poppy War last night, and I think I'm on page like 345 now or something like that. Still really enjoying that as well. I haven't actually picked up a contemporary. I just kind of want to focus on finishing Poppy War because I'm having a good time reading it, and you can't stop reading a book when you're actually having a good time, or else you're never gonna pick it back up again. So the video that went up today, my vlog for like the rest of my New York vlog basically, and my like is BookCon worth it like area, by the way, spoiler alert, it is. I actually kind of liked the video a lot the way it turned out. I was kind of nervous that it was just gonna be too much me not talking to you guys, but in the end I like the way that the traveling footage came out. Like I like that there was the strand in the beginning to break up the monotony. I like the like talking pieces that there were. I love my good boy cam. That was my boyfriend's suggestion actually. He was like, you've been taking so many videos of dogs and good boys, you should make a good boy cam. And I was like, genius. So I did that at the end of like my vlogging footage, and I thought it was really cute. And I also just talked about how I felt about BookCon and whether I feel it was worth it or not. There's literally no tea in that area. I'm not spilling tea. I don't have any tea to spill. I drink coffee. Well, okay, that's kind of it. I need to stop talking to you guys or I won't get anything done. So peace out. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna do booktube stuff. So I actually just filmed my Fairy Loot unboxing, and I was right. I loved the box. Like I loved the box. It was so amazing. Now that that's done, I kind of wanted to film maybe another video. 2 of my batteries died while I was doing that. I mean, to be fair, this camera's battery doesn't last at all anymore. Like it barely makes it through a 20-minute video, which isn't how it used to be. I definitely need to buy a new battery for it. I want to wait until this one's battery is charged so that I can film the video I want to film. I changed outfits for no other reason other than I just didn't want to be in interview clothes all day. I actually really like it. It's like super casual, but I love layering denims. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. So yeah, I just filmed a little clip of me getting my mail because it said that my book had come in the mail. And I look outside and there's 3 packages. Pretty sure this is the book. Pretty sure the other small package is socks. And pretty sure the other package is my cat's food because I have it on subscription. So that would make sense. Yeah, let's open this one up because I'm excited. Ooh, it smells like a new book. She floppy. I'm into this. Okay, cool. If you were wondering why I got a paperback, I actually got it because they're not releasing this in hardback. So this is apparently Casey McQuiston's debut novel, which is super cool because it already has so much hype surrounding it, and I haven't really heard anything bad about it yet. I'm debating, I might just pick this up today because I'm in the mood for something light and fluffy. I feel like I've been reading very depressing books. So I might pick this up. I'm sorry, I can't stop flopping it. I need to put it down. Let's give you a reading update in the meantime. So as far as Poppy War goes, I am making my slow progress on it. I'm now on chapter 20, which is page 389. It's so close yet so far. But we're deep in the war and it's just very depressing. Like the odds are so against them and things like that. That's not really a spoiler. I mean, in general, it's hard to read about war, obviously. And as far as Reaper at the Gates go, also pretty freaking depressing because not everything is going that well for literally any of our characters. The fact that this is in Roman numerals is freaking cruel. 34. Nice. Okay, so I am now on page 273. I am really enjoying the audiobook. Again, I'm enjoying it so much more than I enjoyed A Torch Against the Night, which is good because I really was ready to give up on this series after A Torch Against the Night, which is weird because I know a lot of people didn't enjoy A Reaper at the Gates but thought that the first 2 books were really good. And other than that, again, I think I'm just gonna be putting down okay, I just like rubbed my nose because it was so itchy. Now it's all like red and I look like Santa Claus. Things happen, I guess. But I do want to read Red, White, and Royal Blue. I think I'm just gonna try and get a head start on it today when I'm done kind of doing all my cleaning stuff. Yeah. But I still think I want to be reading Poppy War right before going to bed. I'm not sure. I feel like that's like the worst time to read a depressing book is right before going to bed, but it's what I'm gonna do. I look a mess. And I have a couple of updates for you. I did just finish A Reaper at the Gates on audio. I'm gonna give it 4, well, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, but it feels more like a 4.5 if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I really enjoyed it. I like the way that it ended. The twist, I guess, right before it was gonna happen, it wasn't like I saw it coming a mile away. It was like I saw it coming a few yards away. And I decided to get Carry On audio, so I would have had to wait another 2 weeks for it on Libby, so I ended up just going on to Audible. It has really good reviews, so I just bought it and used a credit because I always have credits building up since I use Libby all the time. So I bought Carry On and I'm gonna probably start that either tonight or tomorrow. But in the meantime, the juicy stuff, I've been reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. And I'm gonna be quite honest in saying that I'm having very mixed feelings so far. I'm on page 112 and I don't know. Okay, the thing is I'm really enjoying the romance and the way the romance is being sold. I'm just not so sure about the rest. Like, the pacing is very weird to me and I sometimes just get lost in the way that she's writing because, for example, during the Christmas dinner, even during Thanksgiving, it's just like, it's still in the same paragraph, there's no spacing or anything, and suddenly you're actually 6 days ahead and you didn't even actually get told that. And I noticed this in the beginning too, just because of the way that characters' names are introduced. They're just thrown at you and you're expected to just know who the person is, even though it was never explained before. And I kind of figured it was gonna lessen up, but now I'm noticing it with the timing, because now that the names are starting to stick, finally, it's just like a timing thing. So I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet, because as much as I love the romance, the pacing is really getting to me, and there are just things that keep pulling me out of the story, just like questioning whether it's accurate instead of just accepting it as it is. Maybe it's just the beginning of the book, and as it goes on, I'm gonna like it more and more. So far, again, I'm loving the romance. Guys, I'm so tired. You can totally tell I'm so tired too. Like, do you see those dark circles?
You lay it over, and then you do a straight slice.
You're really worrying Luna.
I'm sorry.
All right, hey everyone, happy Saturday. I'm about to go off to work again, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a reading update. Oh yeah, okay, that was my dad. I don't know if you could hear him, but I actually sent him Renegades on audio a week or two ago.
Yep.
Yep, and because I really wanted him to read it because obviously it has to do with superheroes and my dad and I love watching superhero movies, and I just felt like it was going to be one of the books that I like that he actually might like as well. And he started listening to it a few days ago, or well actually he started a while ago, but then he started seriously listening to it like 2 days ago, and he finished it super fast and he loved it, and it's just so cool to be able to talk to him about it because the ending, it was a nice conversation. So I'm probably gonna send him Arch Enemies on audio when I start reading Arch Enemies on audio, which is gonna be cool. I don't know if I told you guys too, but I actually sent the ebook version to my boyfriend as well because I wanted him to read it too, but he hasn't started it yet, so. But yeah, so he loved it and that was really exciting, and I'm getting everyone to read it because I love it so much. That's like the first book you've read in a while, huh?
Yep.
A while. Cool. Yay. So, onto my reading update. I've been listening to Carry On some more. Last night I left off on page around like 180 and now I have, so I'm about right here. I feel like I'm gonna finish it today. I'm enjoying the audiobook so much. The narrator is British and it just sounds so nice because obviously they're supposed to be British. I'm just loving the Simon and Baz dynamic, and I'm really enjoying like Penelope and Agatha, even though Agatha kind of sucks, but she's getting better. Other than that, for Red, White, and Royal Blue, I think I'm almost halfway done, halfway through right now. I'm like right here. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read this because you really wouldn't think it would take me so long for a contemporary, but the chapters are super long. But I'm really enjoying it for the most part. I don't know, there's a few things that I'm just like not loving. I think it's just because we're still kind of in the middle and like not a lot has really happened plot-wise, so I'm a little lost. But I was hoping to finish it today, or before right now actually, because I know that Books with Friends is having a live show right now at 3, but it turns out I actually wouldn't have been able to catch it anyways because I thought it was gonna start at 2, so I was gonna be able to see the very beginning of it, but it starts at 3 my time and I start work at 3. I'm gonna try and finish that tonight. I should be finishing Carry On later on today, and then we'll see what audiobook I pick up and if I can finish Poppy War by the end of the week, since tomorrow is the last day of the week. But I don't have that much going on tomorrow, so hopefully I can just like buckle down and read as much as possible. Yesterday I took a clip of me actually papering that table that you see in the background because I wanted to use it as my background for my Bookstagram pictures, and I actually did post a Bookstagram picture with it today because I was just so excited and I wanted to see how it looked. But I think it turned out really well. It's not perfect because obviously the paper wasn't tall enough, so I had to use another strip right here and you can kind of see that line. But I actually think I did a pretty good job. And there's no bubbles, so that's really nice. And you can't, I'm sure I can cover up the line in pictures, so. And I did just end up getting a table when I went to IKEA, partially because it was on sale. It was only like $12 in the sale section, and partially also because I didn't want the thing that I bought to just be completely useless, and I know eventually if I want to, I can actually put little legs on that and use it as a secondary table, so we'll just see how that goes if I end up doing that. Who knows? Okay, that's kind of it for this update right now, and I'm just gonna finish getting ready for work because I have to leave in like 10 minutes. Oh, new thing. So I actually just made a different end screen for my videos. Like it's mostly the same, but it's just like, I don't know, it looks so cute. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. Actually, you'll see it at the end of this video. I was about to show you. That was dumb. Okay, bye. Hello, lovelies. It is Sunday. I am off today and I have a lot to do today. So let's start off by telling you that I managed to finish Carry On by Rainbow Rowell last night. It was like 2 a.m. though, so it counts as today. But I finished it. I give it 5 stars. I really loved this. I actually was surprised by how much I loved this. In a way, it's not like super similar to Harry Potter, but it has enough of those magical feelings and like the chosen one vibes that really do remind me of Harry Potter and have actually made me want to reread it. I'm really glad that Wayward Sons is coming out because I can't imagine having read this when Carry On first came out and not knowing that there would ever be a sequel, because this needs a sequel. Like, it needs it. So yeah, Finished that, 5 stars. And for Red, White, and Royal Blue, I've just been having so many issues getting through this physically. I don't know why, but I actually ended up just downloading the audiobook for it from Audible. I had a credit to use, so I was like, might as well. I did get to page 170 before that, so like I made it almost halfway through before giving up and getting the audiobook. So we're gonna be reading that today. Plus, if I want to finish this book by today, which today is the last day of June, I just knew that I would have to do it with an audiobook because there's so many things for me to do today. Like, I want to go run some errands, I need to clean. There's just like a lot of opportunities for an audiobook, and I don't have one now that I finished Carry On. So Red, White, and Royal Blue it is. I'm really hoping that maybe physically I'll pick up They Both Die at the End. I know that I'd said originally that I wanted to finish The Poppy War by the end of June, but it wasn't even on my TBR for this month, so I'm not that bothered that I'm not going to be finishing it by the end of the month, and I'll just be finishing it next month early on. I'm having just such a good time reading it. I don't want to be thinking of other books while I'm trying to finish The Poppy War, and I definitely would be thinking of other books if I try to finish it today, because I would be thinking of finishing Red, White, and Royal Blue. I'd be thinking of They Both Die at the End. This is why I keep my TBRs so tiny at the beginning of the month, because I get very anal about finishing them. I hate I don't know, I told myself I was gonna read these books by the end of the month, and then in my head I was like, wow, those would be able to be crossed off of my list for like my annual list and all these things, and so not finishing them makes me really, I don't even know how to describe it, you know? And I have other things to do. I really need to work on my bullet journal spread. I need to work on my monthly wrap up in my bullet journal spread. I'm really excited about it. I have some ideas, and then I need to work on next month's spread because there are quite a few readathons. I personally will be participating in the Reading Rush. Add me, if I remember, I'm gonna put a little screenshot of my thing right here. Add me on the Reading Rush. I'm going to try and be participating in the biannual Bibliothon because I've always really wanted to participate in it, but I think that previous years it was either overlapping with the Reading Rush or whatever, but I'm really excited about it because I know that it's the last one that's ever going to be hosted, so I really want to participate in the biannual Bibliothon. Was that all I had to say? I have a headache. I've had a knot in my back, a really bad knot, like one right here, like under my shoulder blade, that's been radiating just pain. Because there's knots that are really annoying, but then there's the knots that like just, I've had a knot like that for the past week. And like I keep leaning on walls and like digging my shoulder blade into it, trying to like loosen up the knot, and it's just getting worse. It like is radiating up to my shoulder and like up the side of my neck. So I think I have a little bit of a headache today, but we don't have time to think about that today. All we have to do today is finish Red, White, and Royal Blue, maybe get started on They Both Die at the End. I feel like that one's gonna be a fast read for me, and get everything else done that I have to get done. So I'm gonna go because I'll just talk to you guys after I go to like Target and stuff like that. Maybe I'll show you what I bought. This is a cool pose. Oh, my shoulder just cracked. Cool. So hey, it's been a few hours. I ran my errands. I went to Michael's. I got some props for my Bookstagram pictures, which I'm not gonna show you just because like you're gonna see it in Bookstagram pictures. Follow me. It's literally Brittany the Bibliophile, just like my normal name. I'm really excited about that. I'm just excited that I'm finally having like a theme and a cohesive everything, you know? That's exciting. But what I really wanted to jump on here to talk to you guys about is I am loving Red, White, and Royal Blue. Picking it up on audio was an amazing decision for me. So I'm almost at the very end. I think I have like an hour left in the audiobook, an hour and a half. And it's so good. Like the things that are happening right now, like the moves that are being made for our characters. And I just feel like there are so many important discussions being talked about. And I think that's why maybe I'm enjoying it so much, because the beginning is very much angsty and confused. Besides that, I didn't see anything else happening, and now there are just so many important discussions being talked about, and there are just so many beautiful like family moments of like family supporting people and being there and standing up for what you believe in, and I'm just getting really emotional about it. Like this is actually incredible. Like the ending is really doing it for me, even though the beginning dragged for me. So I'm really happy about that, and I just kind of wanted to pop in and say that before I finish it, just because I already know I'm gonna love it. I already know that however this is gonna end, the things that have already been talked about make me really happy. That's kind of all I wanted to check in and say. Sorry, it's not very interesting. I thought it was. So I am here to do my wrap up of the week. I definitely could have done this at any other time of the day when it was earlier. I just didn't. I managed to finish 3 books this week, which is pretty amazing. Those books are right here, and let's kind of just jump into talking about them. The first book I finished this week was A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars, I believe. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I actually did really enjoy this. I think that I need to listen to Sabaa Tahir's books on audio. I think that it is the best format for me with them. I had such a great experience with this, and I know that this is one of the books that everyone else kind of was disappointed in the series. Everyone else kind of like felt like this was the letdown. They loved A Torch Against the Night and An Ember in the Ashes, and then they just hated A Reaper at the Gates. And I hated A Torch Against the Night and ended up loving A Reaper at the Gates, so that's interesting. So I can't wait to see what happens in the 4th and I believe final book. The next book that I finished this week was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. What can I say about this? 5 stars, first of all. 5 freaking stars. It was so fantastic. I'm so sad it took me this long to read this because it was beautiful. I loved having the like Harry Potter vibes without it actually just being explicitly very Harry Pottery. It has like its own, it's its own entity really. My only pink tab, let's see what it says. It just says, and I'm hopelessly in love with him. So also thank you to Karina from Bookish Babbles. She's the one that actually gifted me this during Christmas time, and she thought that I was gonna love it, and guess what, girl? You're freaking right. I should always trust her reading taste. The last book that I finished this week, which I'm actually very impressed with myself for having finished, is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I had to end up picking this up on audio. I know I've heard negative things overall for the audiobook, but it is the only way that I think I would have finished this in the manner that I did. This ended up just being a much thicker story than I thought it would be. I thought that since it was contemporary, it was going to be very lighthearted, very easy to read, very fast to read, and instead, I don't know if it was the way that Casey McQuiston writes. Maybe her writing style just doesn't vibe with me. Maybe the pacing really was something that I was having issues with. I just was getting very confused reading it, but the second that I started listening to it on audio, first of all, I think that the pacing is more of an issue in the beginning anyways, but on audio I didn't even notice any pacing issues. But I didn't love the way that he was narrated. I just didn't enjoy it very much, but I still loved the story itself. I really ended up falling more and more in love with this towards the end. I did feel like the very end kind of dragged a little for me, but I think that's mostly just because I'm not very interested in politics, so the whole election night thing was just not my cup of tea, but everything else was really amazing. But like I said, I did have a lot of issues with the pacing in the beginning. I felt just very disconnected from the characters at certain points in the book. So because of that, I couldn't give it a full 5 stars. I gave it 4 stars. It doesn't mean that it was bad. It's just the fact that I couldn't get into the beginning, and even though the ending was a 5 star for me, the beginning was like a 3. So I settled for 4. So those are the books that I finished this week. Honestly, I got a little stressed out towards the end because I just knew there was a lot that I still wanted to finish for the month and I hadn't, so that was kind of frustrating. But I'm really excited for this upcoming month of July. There's just so much going on. There's so many readathons, so many everything. I did also want to do, just because it's the end of the month, a sort of journal flip through. I thought it might be fun to kind of update you guys on how my journal ended up looking for the month. For the cover page, I just went ahead and filled in all the books that I ended up reading for the month, and I really love how that turned out. For the next part, I like how the pages read turned out, but I was still pretty stressed out with listening hours versus pages read, so next month I'm going to be changing it up a little just to see if maybe it's a little less stressful when I'm just marking whether I listened to something that day or read it and without tracking the pages. And then I like how my books read area turned out. It looks a little messy, so I'm definitely going to be cleaning it up a little bit more for next month, but you know, trial and error. I liked my little subscriber tracker. I'm definitely going to be changing up like this idea sides. I just think that there's a better way to do it, and also I'm still not positive, but I might not even have a habit tracker for next month. And then bookish purchases, there weren't too many, which is really good, but I still need to make a haul. I kind of like how my quotes page turned out, but again, it's a little messy. Definitely gonna have to play around with how that looks in next month. And then we obviously have my BookCon spreads, which I just really like how these turned out. So many memories. I did end up making a June wrap-up page with statistics and the genres read and the unfinished books that I read, and I have like this page that is still unfinished where it just has my favorite book, which is Renegades. I'm going to draw it into that square that I've just put for right now, and then I still haven't picked my favorite quote of the month. This month looks messy, but that's only because I was still sticking to the rainbow theme, so every line had to be a different rainbow color, and I think that next month it'll just look cleaner. And then obviously we have like my Witchathon spread, which I didn't end up finishing, so it just kind of looks like that, but I do like how this looks, so I'm definitely gonna keep up this kind of like 2-page stuff for future spreads. That's it. Then we're gonna start next month. Next month I've already started kind of plotting out because I definitely have to draw it out and film it. Let me know, guys, if you still like me filming my bullet journals every single month. If not, then we can kind of take breaks in between, and then every once in a while I'll just have like a flip through, and then just kind of, I don't know, maybe like every 3 months instead of every single month, we'll have a flip through and then I'll draw it out with you guys. That's kind of it for this week's reading vlog. I had a lot of fun. I was very stressed out for most of it. I need to like not put so much pressure on myself to finish all the books on my TBR because that was unnecessary. I'm actually really nervous about next month's TBR because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what books to put on it because for the most part, I just kind of want to avoid making a TBR. Let me know if this is okay, but I think I'm not gonna make a June TBR. I might make separate TBR videos for the biannual Bibliothon, the reading rush, and I actually am planning on taking my owls to catch up so that I can do my newts in August. So yeah, look out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Don't forget to answer all the questions that I literally just asked you, sorry about that, down below, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!